All right, all right. Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? The 5-foot assassin with the roughneck business. Hi. Welcome everybody to Business Credit Builder. Today we're going to be talking about business credit for truckers. All the truckers in the house say, I don't know. Y'all wasn't expecting that, right? All right, all right. Okay, so we're just going to get started and get the ball rolling. Okay. You wasn't expecting that. Okay, y'all don't mind me. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noel A. Booker, Senior. I'm the CEO at Business Credit Builder. Today we're going to talk about business credit for truck drivers. Hump, hump. All right, let me stop. All right. Okay, here we go. Once again, Noel A. Booker Senior, CEO at Business Credit Builder .us LLC. And you got my contact information right there. Telephone 404-500-9687. The email is noel at businesscreditbuilder.us. Okay. Now, notice we got 3 buttons at the bottom. The green button is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit, right? Get that free guide. And when you get that free guide, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. Believe me. All right. So you go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. All right. And the blue button is when you want to talk to my company about the services that we provide, or if you want to figure out which lending products is good for you, then you would schedule a free business credit consultation. That's like my meeting scheduler, right? So you schedule the time and the date, and we'll make it happen, right? Okay, now, if you think you qualify for funding right now, then you would go to the red button, which is get approved for funding at businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. Yes, yes. Okay, trucking. Okay, so out here we should have independent truckers, right? People that want independent truckers, right? That they got their own truck and you're hauling loads and stuff like that. We got those type of truckers, right? We got people that might want to upgrade their truck, right? You already got a truck, you might want to upgrade your truck, right? Or you might want to get a new truck to start your business, or you want to get extra trucks and have multiple trucks running, right? Some truckers may want to offset their operating costs. Like, you know, instead of when you go to the gas pump and you have to pay the money to get the gas up front, you use business credit to make a credit purchase for this gas, tires, repairs, and different fees that you might have, right? And see, so with using business credit, you can offset those costs, go get the money, and then pay it later when you get the money, right? You might have outstanding invoices. Okay, when I first started in business credit, my client was a freight company, and how he would fund his business was he would batch and sell his invoices, right? So he got these trucks, they ran, right? The trucks ran, they got it, they invoiced, but they didn't get paid for 30 days. So then they get paid the next day. I'm gonna tell you about how to get funding like that. And there might be people that's out here just doing logistics and need to set up their office and get everything set up in their office and, you know, equipment and stuff like that. So business credit can help those logistics types of companies as well. Okay. Business credit. Having business credit can help you help equipment financing, right? It can help you get fleet credit cards, credit lines, business credit cards, working capital loans, and the factoring. And that's what I was talking about when you buy the invoices. When you sell your invoices, they call that accounts receivable funding. And it's also called factoring. Factoring, that's what they call that. Okay. Okay, so position yourself for success by having business credit. It just puts you in a better situation, right? Because you have access to go get something when you need it for your business. Not to just go get something just because you can put some money in your pocket, to enhance your business, okay? So you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what I like to say. Okay, Business Credit Builder.us LLC can help. Regardless of where you are, when it comes to business credit, we can help. Our strategic process is the secret sauce in getting the business credit, okay? So, you know, my company is like a franchise, right? And the parent company teaches me how to make, like McDonald's, they teach them how to make the hamburger, and they teach them how to make the hamburger and sell it. They teach me business credit, and on top of that, how to deliver it to you, right? But the good thing about it is that our staff stays in tune with the market trends, right? So here's the market trend that's lately that affects y'all. Is WEX. There's this company called WEX. They're a huge supplier of gasoline products, right? And recently they stopped giving business credit without a personal guarantee. So that's a big thing for truck drivers, because WEX, they operate many different gas fueling cards. Okay, that's one of the current trends today. All right. So let's go. Let's move forward. Okay. Okay. So fundable foundation. First, you have to make sure your business is set up credible in the eyes of the lender, regardless of the size of your business. Okay. If it's just you, you need to have your business set up credible in the eyes of the lender. And I'm going to tell you, this is the simplest step in doing your business, but it's the most important step when it comes to getting funding. Okay. Yeah. Joan, can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. Okay. Let's see. See if I can mute it. All right, cool. All right, so Buster, so starting with the foundation basic standards, okay? Like I said, this is like the foundation stuff. This is the easy stuff. But I'm telling you, it's the most important, all right? No doubt about it, all right? This includes a separate, consistent business contact information, including a business name spelled the exact same way everywhere. You need an EIN number. You must incorporate. You must get a DUNS number, okay? Setting up a fundable foundation. You must have a business address, and it must be a deliverable location. No PO boxes and no UPS boxes, okay? That won't work, okay? So these are the three choices right here when selecting your business address. There are three choices. These are them. First choice is to have a brick and mortar. Most truckers don't need a brick and mortar, right? So boom, The second choice is to have a virtual address, right? And a lot of my clients get a virtual address, okay? Because it's a business address. And on top of that, they don't want to use their home address because they don't want to share their home address. They got the family there, So some of my clients, use the virtual address because they got their family at the house. They don't want to share that information, which is understandable, right? So cool. Now, the third and the last resort is to use your home address. This is the last resort, okay? There are no more address options when choosing your business address, when you want to build business credit and make your business as fundable as possible, okay? And the reason why this is the last resort is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, okay? But they look at this as on a case-by-case basis, right? So let's say you're a hairstylist and you're doing hair from the house, right? Well, that sounds logical. They make a lot of money in hair, but it seems logical that you could be doing hair from the house and you could be able to pay a bill. Okay. Now, on the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company and you got all these trucks, right? Now, it might not be logical that you're running your trucking company with all these trucks from the house. That might not be logical, right? And one thing to know is that when they are making a decision to give you a loan or accept your application, they're on Dun & Bradstreet, there's a picture of your Google Maps business address. So they're looking right at your business, okay? And they're trying to see if this makes sense. Well, for truckers, it could make sense that you are dispatching from the house. You know what I mean? And that, you could do it that way. So there's a logical explanation for truckers in that situation. But the point I'm making is that they are trying to see if this makes sense, right? And they're looking at your business address. The business address is very important to them because they want to know where your business is. You're a business, where are y'all? Right? Okay. So that's very important. Okay. So for people that want to use the virtual address, my go-to is DaVinci Office Solutions, DaVinci Virtual Office Solutions. And you would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors, and you can get instructions on how to order this, right? So you go to this address, and you'll see the DaVinci Virtual Office Solutions logo, and you will see a telephone number, a person to call, a name of a person to call, and there is specific verbiage in order to order the right product. Now, all virtual address companies don't work right, okay? Because some of those companies out there, they'll give a few hundred companies the same exact address. You don't want that. You want a unique address for your business. And what DaVinci does is they fill out a particular form and they send it to the post office, and the post office creates a unique address for your business. So you don't want an address that 100 other businesses have, okay? Okay, so that's why I suggest DaVinci, okay? And you can go to /vendors to get that information, okay? Okay, so once you got your name from the Secretary of State, and you have your EIN number by going to irs.gov and not paying for your EIN number, is free. You can now go to get a business bank account. You need a separate business bank account, okay? You also need a professional website. and they will check your website. A lot of times they're going to check up on you, and when they go check on that website, what they're going to do is they're going to go to Google and put your business name in, and they're going to try to find you. Hopefully they do find you. And when they do find your website, they're going to skip over that nice, pretty website of the front page that you got there, and they're going to go straight to the contact page. Okay? And when they get to the contact page, they're going to look at that business name, the telephone number, and the address. And they're going to confirm that it's the same thing that you put on the application. So now they're trying to check up on you, right? They're trying to catch you slipping. You know what I mean, right? They're trying to catch you slipping, right? So that's why you need a website, okay? You need a business email with the same URL as your website. You can't use a free email service, all right? That's a no-no. Using a free email service to communicate with these vendors, and you're a business, they don't want to see that, right? So when you get your website, the email should come with that. That's what you need to know about the website situation. The hosting company that you get should include email. If you go to one of those companies like GoDaddy, then they will a la carte you every single piece. And then when you need to communicate with somebody with an email, now they're going to charge you $100 for one email, right? So my company, which is MediaNet USA, we offer all-inclusive websites where you get everything that you need. You don't have to do nothing, not do everything. You get the email you need, everything. And we got good packages on that. You can schedule a free business credit consultation if you need to set up your website. Okay. You need a business phone number, a local telephone number listed with the National 411 directory. Okay, that's what you need. A business phone number listed with the National 411 directory. This local telephone number cannot be a cell phone number, and it cannot be a home-based line. Okay, you can use one of them VoIP services, right? My go-to is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.95 a month, and they will list it with the National 411 directory for $3 a month. They'll also give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20. So the local number is necessary. The fax number and the 800 number is not so necessary, but this is how it goes. That local number that's listed, they will check. Most definite, they're going to check it. Which, when you list it with the 411 National Directory, it connects your business and the phone to the address. Okay, that's what it does. And that's what lenders think that legitimate businesses do. They have a local number as their main number, and it's listed, connected to the address. Okay. So when they check that business number you gave them on the application, they're gonna be like, boom, that checks. But then they're gonna see they got an 800 number. Oh snap, they got a fax number. Now you're looking more like you're a credible business. You don't have to be a credible business. You have to look like you're a credible business. Okay. All right. After building the foundation, we can help you find lenders and financing products that will work best for your needs. Trucking. Okay, now this is why you need help, because trucking, for one, is considered a high-risk industry to lenders. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to obtain financing, particularly if you go into the commercial banks, right? So per the SIC, which is the Standard Industrial Classification, that's spelled wrong, And the NAICS, which is the North American Industry Classification System. All right. High-risk industries have some things in common. There can be high risk of injury on the job, or an industry may engage in a lot of cash transactions. So when you set up your business at the Secretary of State, then they're going to ask you what type of business it is. They're going to ask you for your NAICS. In Georgia, that's what they do. And then that's how they determine your risk level, okay? Traditionally, banks and loans don't always work well for high-risk industry. Over 89% of business applications are denied by big banks, subject to stricter underwriting guidelines, okay? Alternative lenders may be the best. We also have options through businesscreditbuilder.us, LLC. So, particularly for the freight industry, our system works perfect for y'all. I mean, easy as hell, okay? You just have to know the steps and do the steps in the right order. Now, this webinar, I don't go over all the steps, but I do have webinars that I've recorded in the past, and every week I'm doing webinars. But on the YouTube channel, you can see webinars where I explain every single step, right? This particular one, I'm talking to you directly as a truck driver, and I'm gonna go over ways that you can get money, okay? Okay. Get the credit lines you need: fleet cards, tires, maintenance, job tools, jacks, covers, straps, retail accounts, office supplies, and even more stuff, all right? Now, download your free guide, How to Build Business Credit, how to get real and tangible finances for your business, regardless of your personal credit, collateral, or cash flow, okay? Get that free guide. Now, when in general, and your business is thinking about getting funding, you must know that lenders are going to look at three things. And these are the three things they're going to look at to determine whether or not you can get qualified for a loan. It's the 3 C's. The 3 C's of funding, which is cash flow, credit, and collateral, okay? So now what I'm listing here, I did this backwards, right? But this right here is different things that you could get funding off of if you have this, right? So cash flow, if you got cash flow, then you can get access to merchant cash advances. You can get access to gig worker funding. Gig worker funding is the shit, because, excuse me, but gig worker funding, that's like cash flow funding, right? And it's, if you make between $3,000 and $5,000 per month, and you put your money into your personal bank account or your business bank account, you can qualify for funding, okay? That's what gig worker funding. On my website, I'm gonna show you where to go, and you can see more information about that. David Allen Capital does a lot of cash flow funding, okay? So there's, depending on how much cash flow you got going through your bank, 3 to 5,000, 5 to 10, or over 10, depends on how much money you can get per month, right? Now, if you got credit, right, then you can qualify for the hybrid credit line program, all right? Which means you have to have a 685 or better, right? In personal credit, then I got a whole bunch of money for you, all right? Or business credit. If you got business credit, then there's some money we could get for you, okay? Collateral. If you have collateral, then you can get real estate, stocks and bonds. These are These are examples of collateral in order to get funding, right? Real estate, stocks, bonds, 401ks, commercial vehicles. So you can use this stuff to fund getting a loan or getting a truck, right? Or getting the flatbed or whatever it is, right? Okay, so if you have those type of things. Now, if you have all three of these C's, right, then you can possibly qualify for an SBA loan, okay? But a lot of us don't qualify for that SBA loan. And I'm gonna tell you that the SBA loan is the best way to get money because they give you a whole bunch of money and the interest rate is low. And they spread the terms out really far, right? 30 years, right? But a lot of us don't qualify. So if you have two of these three C's, then you can possibly qualify for like a term loan, okay? If you got one of these three C's, depending on which one that you do have, then you have access to different funding, right? If you don't have any of these three C's, that's when you start with building business credit from scratch. And as you build business credit, you get access to more and more funding. You don't build business credit fast. It's a slow process. It's a step-by-step process, and each step is required for the next step. So there's no skipping steps, right? Now there's shortcuts along the way, but I don't teach the shortcuts. I teach the real way how to build business credit. Now, I got a webinar that's called Free Money, and that's how I learned about business credit is from my client with the freight company who was doing the shortcuts. And I talk about that in my Free Money webinar. So y'all can check that out on my webinar on the YouTube channel, right? But the freight guy, he was getting free money for real, still does, right? But I don't teach that. I teach you the real way to do it, okay? And I learned this business credit from seeing him do the shortcuts, and I learned business credit, and I realized that business credit does work, but I don't need to be jacking and doing immoral stuff to get it. Okay. Okay, so get the financing you need. Credit lines, secured loans, SBA loans, equipment financing. Use a loan or a lease to purchase or borrow hard assets for your business, to buy a fleet of trucks, okay? Trucks, box trucks, sprinter vans, flatbeds, vans, buses, okay? Equipment financing, there's three kinds of equipment financing. First off is just to outright finance it, right? You must have at least 1 year in business. You may get approved even with challenge credit. You won't need financials to secure equipment financing, okay? The next one is equipment leasing. You can lease equipment. It's easy to upgrade equipment after the lease ends. You need to be in business 1 year and have a FICO score of 620. So to lease the vehicle, you need to have, at least a 620, a little better credit, Okay. The other kind of equipment financing is the equipment sale lease pack. If you already own your equipment, you can use it as collateral for financing. Sell your equipment to a lender for cash. You keep the vehicle, right? And you just pay off the lease. You get the title back, or you upgrade into a different situation, right? You sell equipment to a lender, get cash you need, leasing it back, regain title when the lease ends. And this also helps you with the Section 179 tax savings, okay? So tax-wise, that's a good option. Okay. So business credit builder, we know the lending cycles. Who lends and who lends more and when to lend. Okay. And what they are looking for when it comes to approvals. Okay. So my company is like a broker. We already have the lenders. We already know exactly what they need in order to get you qualified. So a lot of my clients, it's all about getting you prepared for the lending situations that's for you. Okay. And I don't tell people that this is like the go get money fast thing. We legitimately build your credit and make you a strong foundation of a business that can access money when you need it for your business to expand, build it, or grow it. Right? Okay. Business credit builder helps you from wasting time blindly, applying for lenders for loans you do not qualify for. Our business credit specialists have their finger on the pulse of the industry. So we can help you determine which lenders to apply for, which programs to apply for, which loans to apply for, right? And we can help you now, right now, okay? Here's a summary. We talked about the cash flow, right? We talked about cash flow. We talked about the hybrid credit line program. We talked about collateral. We talked about equipment financing. We talked about business credit, right? All right. Now, get your free business finance assessment to discover your optimal path to improve fundability, build business credit, and get business loans. Schedule your assessment. So we'll talk about where you are, where you need to go, how we can help you. I'll tell you if we can't help you, right? We'll let you know this is what you need to do. But there's not anybody we can't help, no matter what situation you're in. If you got credit, you got money, you got all of this and that, we can get you to the best lending situations with the best terms. If you're starting from scratch and you don't have any of the 3 C's, we can help you build your business credit and help you build and grow your business. Okay? So get your free business credit consultation, get your free guide. And if you think you qualify for funding now, go to Get Funding, right? On Get Funding, there's a video. You can see more about the credit line hybrid program if you go to that page. And anybody got any questions or anything? Anybody got any questions? 1 2 1 2. Hello. Y'all a quiet bunch up in here. What up? Hello. What up? Anybody here?
Hello.
Hey, anybody got any questions? Was this useful? Did I waste your time or what? Nothing? No questions? Anything in the chat? Anything in the chat? No, nothing's in the chat. What up? Y'all quiet. Who we got in here? Joan, En Route Delivery, Tennessee. Sharon, Mother and Daughter Trucking, Atlanta. Mackenzie, Milan Logistics. She's a regular. Yeah, what up? All right, y'all. If y'all got any questions, we're going to be out like shout. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Peace and love. Let's see how we can get out of here. Boom. Let's get out of this to share and all that. Yeah. Y'all sure no questions? Nothing what? All right, y'all out? All right. Peace, y'all. Oh, if y'all are on YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment, all that stuff. Word is born. Yeah.